You know why the Samuels Fellow and his cronies make fun of women with their PhDs, who make fun of women who have built a life for themselves? You know why they make fun of women who make money and are business owners and all these things? Because they can't do it. They're not intelligent enough to do it. The system of patriarchy was created for them to win no matter what. And women are still beating them. Y'all really give men a lot of them are not that bright. They want you to stay beneath them so they can remain men.
Guys, y'all looking at the thumbnail, y'all looking at the title of the video, y'all already know what time it is. It is time to get active. Guys, before we get started with this conversation, do you understand? Trigger alert. If you're having a fantastic day today and don't want it spoiled by the bad behaviors and ideologies of bitter, disruptive women, then do not proceed further in this video. With that being said, what we have here today is a Kevin Samuels hater that is essentially describing why men want power over women and why men do things in order to maintain power over women. So we have someone with some unique feminist ideologies mixing with a sprinkle and a dash of pure modern woman bitterness. But we must go over it because the amount of modern women today that believe in the drivel that is coming out of her mouth, the pure incendiary hate at the velocity at what it is so much that it needs a formal discussion. Without further ado.
You know why the Samuels Fellow and his cronies make fun of women with their PhDs, who make fun of women who have built a life for themselves? You know why they make fun of women who make money and are business owners and all these things? Because they can't do it. They're not intelligent enough to do it.
Oh, God.
The system of patriarchy was created for them to win no matter what.
Okay, I didn't mean to pause at this early, but we must get active. The system of patriarchy was created for men to win no matter what. Is that right? If that's the case, then why are 95% of all homeless people men? The conversation honestly can stop right there, but for entertainment purposes and sake, we're going to continue off in this discussion. But let me make another thing clear as well. There's not a sense of making fun of women for attaining these different types of things. The idea is that women today think that what they can ascend to or how successful that they can be is going to equate an increase of where they are at in the dating marketplace. So a lot of the arguments anchor in on that point is that, well, if you can focus in on all of that, but then not focus on things that would make you in fantastic position for a man, then what is it good for anyway? But feminism has convinced so many women that their value will increase from a dating perspective the higher education that they go. You modern day feminists have got the entire system completely misconstrued. I don't care about what a woman wants to do from an educational perspective or a career perspective. Do everything that you want to do, but you cannot have it all. There's only a certain subset of women that can absolutely, truly have it all. And those are the most impressive. But most of us on this planet are not impressive. If we were, then it wouldn't be impressive. The curve would just go up. But I repeat, the increase of your degrees does not increase where you are at in the dating marketplace. And if your goal is to get a high value dude, which most women want, then some concessions need to be made. But anyway, let's get back into the conversation.
And women are still beating them. People who are intelligent, people who have made it to a certain place in their life, they don't want people around them who are not capable of keeping up. Right?
It's true.
They don't really have, y'all really give men a lot of them are not that bright for y'all to be giving over your life to them, to have them run it. They want you to stay beneath them so they can remain men. It's pure ego.
A lot of men are not bright, but men mostly built the world that you live in. So if by your logic, if a lot of men are not bright, but they built the world that you live, breathe, and eat in, then what would that make women? But see, that type of logic completely disrupts your narrative and your way of thinking. And then here goes the feminist in my ear. I already know. Yeah, but it's a patriarchy and men made it so that women were at home. And even when you take it into egalitarian societies, like in Nordic countries, they are more likely to not choose science, technology, engineering, and math in lieu of more career fields that deal with not building things, but with caring for and nurturing things. What's actually incredible here is the degree and the frequency of shame and insults that is happening is coming out of her mouth. But let's keep going.
A fully formed, fully built, intelligent man who is aligned with his godhood does not want women beneath them. Those type of women are liabilities. Women who cannot hold their own, women that will go into their world and destroy everything. When a man has built something substantial, they want a partner who's going to help them maintain that. They don't want people who will destroy it, because if you don't understand what it takes to build, you're not going to be able to maintain it. That's why the richer people get, the more they separate themselves from the average person, because the average person doesn't understand what it takes to make millions and billions. So they stay away from those people. When a man doesn't want you to have any type of independence, they don't want you to be smart. They just want a warm body to ejaculate in.
Oh, God.
Those men are not intelligent. A lot of them are as dumb as the day is long. Broken.
You know what I feel like? It feels like I've been taking like calculus and I just walked into a kindergarten's math class and you're watching the kindergartners fail at like 2 minus 1. You know what I'm saying? The flaw in this particular part of her argument is that she's assuming that by not getting a PhD, a law degree, that is by some means remaining dumb and therefore beneath the man. That's such a miscalculation of the argument that I set up for you at the beginning of this video. It's not even funny. The flaw is you assume education means wisdom or knowledge. No, it doesn't. But what it does mean is that you've gone on a long, lengthy career path where you might have been focused in on those things as opposed to focusing on the things that would increase the things that feminist or feminism hates. Your degree of support, your degree of femininity, your degree of inspiration, your degree of home skills, and so much more.
Men who have nothing going on for themselves hopes that they can get a woman who are like them or beneath them, or who will never really go after anything. Her only goal is to have his babies and to be called a wife. They're cool with that because it doesn't require them to do anything but go out and work and give you money and have mediocre sex with you and have children that are probably not that bright, just like him. They don't want really any challenges. They don't want anything. They want to have access to the feminine with the least resistance possible, right? That's why they make fun of women who are beyond them. Most of them don't have the emotional intelligence to work towards a PhD. They don't have the mental capacity to make millions. They're broke and they want you to remain that so they can be better than you.
You could tell she has no idea what she's talking about because she said the emotional intelligence to attain a PhD. What does emotional intelligence have to do with attaining a PhD? I find it so ironic, people that call out content creators, but meanwhile, they have no idea what the hell that they are talking about. Let me just say it from my perspective, guys. I got a master's degree. I got an MBA to be exact, precise with that. And if a young lady has a PhD, a master's degree, it don't matter to me at all. What does matter to me if she ain't shit? What matters to me is if she's impressive by the things that I say would impress a guy. Now, let me address this as well. Are there men out there that make fun of women who get degrees because they can't? Yeah, sure. Those do exist, but those are not the majority of people that are in the sector that you are calling out. And truth be told, a lot of black women love to say the most educated, and from a post-secondary schooling perspective, it is true. But black men are still making more money with less education. Why is that? Because there's less respect given to technicians, to blue collar workers that are making more money than the college educated woman who chose pottery or women's history or art or whatever bullshit that y'all wasting tens of thousands of dollars on. Education don't mean shit if you racking up all those loans for a communications degree. Let's move on.
This is why I stay away from most men, because most of them are not. They're not that bright. I don't want them coming into my world destroying shit, because they couldn't even build something for themselves. I'm doing better than them and they want access to me. Why? So I can carry bum ass niggas? No. They want you to remain an idiot and beneath them so they could feel like a man. Men who are fully formed, fully built, self-actualized gods don't want useless women in their life. They want useless women because they're useless. And the only way they can maintain and look like a man is if they get a woman that's beneath them, that they can control. So y'all that thinks the Samuels fellow is helping you, he's not helping. He's helping you stay beneath the man that you choose. Men that follow him, y'all better be very careful of those men. Because I would strongly suggest you don't populate the earth with men like that. Please. I don't like mentally dwarfed people around me. I don't like to explain myself. I like for people to be able to keep up with me. This is why I don't overextend myself to people who make it their business to misunderstand me or to not understand what I'm saying, and because I can tell that they're mentally dwarfed, and it's a feat for them to probably even read. They probably have to read out loud with their fingers. So I'm not going to...
Okay, so she hates men. Okay, we've absolutely established that. Guys, I can't even bring myself to continue going over this video. One thing that she said that I think that was interesting is that she says, that's why I don't keep men around me. Or is it that men look at your wicked tongue and choose not to be around you? You talk about that you don't like to keep mentally dwarfed people around you because they choose not to understand you. Well, I'm understanding you. I'm not mentally dwarfed, but I don't agree with you. So by not agreeing with you, does that make me stupid? Because I'm not stupid. I just don't think the way that you think. Equating usefulness to a PhD is fundamentally insane. The feminism ideology has you completely wrapped around their finger. So much so that you equate how much degrees or paperwork that a woman has in their life with their usefulness to a man. That argument is systematically and fundamentally flawed. Questions, comments, concerns? Y'all already know what to do. Mediocre tutorials and reviews at gmail.com. Are y'all still here with me, or did you have to check out? You know, I'm not gonna leave her contact information down in there because I don't want you guys to go out and attack her. But I will say this, is that the name on her page is Lilith. So you already know what it is at the end of the day, if that's their moniker, okay? But I felt it necessary to go over this particular conversation because I've heard this argument in many different ways, and I think that it was summed up in a quick enough video where I could get my points across as well. Do you agree with me? Do you not? Let's leave it down in the comment box down below. Last but not least, guys, I got a Patreon. Click the link down in the description box down below and see all of the things that could be in store from supporting your boy. I would greatly appreciate it. All right. Until next time, YouTube.